For Sligo, after just 3 minutes, Philip Gallagher was adjudged to have pushed Owen O'Mara, and the penalty was awarded to the visitors. Up stepped Andy Cousins, and he sent goalkeeper John O'Hara the wrong way to give Kildare the perfect start. Midway through the first half, Sligo fought their way back into the encounter when captain Michael McNamara got his head to this free kick and steered the ball wide of Robbie Byrne in the Kildare goal. Sligo back on level terms with 27 minutes gone. Just 6 minutes later, Sligo were in front. Again, McNamara made Kildare pay for bad marking, and he scored his second of the game to leave Sligo leading 2-1 at the break. Kildare hit the post twice in the second half. They couldn't find an equaliser, so 2-1 to Sligo Rovers is how it finished. And a meeting of two promotion hopefuls, Dublin City and Sligo Rovers. The hosts went ahead inside 3 minutes when midfielder Ray Scully tried his luck from outside the box. The ball took a wicked deflection off Philip Gallagher before looping out of the reach of stranded keeper John O'Hara. Radovan Kudozovic had the perfect chance to equalise from the spot in the 70th minute. His effort was well saved by Brendan Kennedy. But just 5 minutes later, Kupono Lowe's free kick outfoxed Kennedy, the ball going in off the upright to secure a deserved share of the spoils for the visitors.
For the visitors to the showgrounds, and after a scoreless first period, it took a wonderful save from Aaron Shanahan to deny Carlos Alvarez the opener. Jason McCartney couldn't convert the loose ball. But in front of a vocal home support, the breakthrough finally came on the hour. Farudin Kudozovic linked with Alvarez, who headed into the path of Kieran Foley. He eventually converted. 1-0 it finished, 2 wins and a draw from 3 for the Westerners.
Started well. Carlos Alvarez had a chance early on but wasn't able to get the header on target. At the opposite end, Derek McCarthy tried his luck from 25 yards after finding some space. Sligo keeper John O'Hara did well, took the ball away for a corner. Sligo were unable to clear fully from the resulting corner when the ball came back in. Jamie Nolan and Paul Finucane were both unable to find a way past the keeper. Into the second half, and Limerick had a penalty appeal turned down after McCarthy went down under a challenge in the box. And Limerick came close to taking all 3 points from the game. Robert Kelleher's shot coming back off the bar, and from the rebound, Jamie Nolan also hit the bar. It finished Sligo Rovers 0, Limerick 0.
Now over in the west, there was a surprise result at the showgrounds where Sligo Rovers were beaten by Monaghan United. The visitors perhaps lucky not to be reduced to 10 men when Mark Kenny appeared to elbow Sligo's Jason McCarthy. However, neither the referee nor his assistant saw anything in it. Well, the only goal of the game came courtesy of a Route 1 clearance from the Monaghan defence. David Lee beat the offside trap before slotting past John O'Hara. Sligo Rovers then had a late appeal for a penalty turned down when the ball appeared to strike Sean Kelly's elbow. But 1-0 to Monaghan is how it finished. Sligo are now third, with Monaghan right behind in fourth.
This first half, Kilkenny had the ball in the net on the hour, but Alan Martin was harshly ruled offside. And to rub salt into the wound, Sligo Rovers made the breakthrough just 7 minutes later. A Kupono Lowe free kick from distance found its way to Sean Flannery, who fired home his first senior goal for the side since scoring against Kilkenny in February 2002. Kilkenny's Alan Martin was later sent off for his second bookable offence before Pat himself almost grabbed the point, but his header hit the woodwork. Have to be disappointed with that, Pat. It's just not going right, really. Had gone when Dublin City almost took the lead, but David McGill saw his header saved by John O'Hara. Sligo took the lead on 17 minutes. Lowe's free kick was met by Rovers captain Michael McNamara, and his header beat Alan Keeley in the Dublin City goal. That was McNamara's third goal of the campaign. Early in the second half, Paul McTiernan took off on a great solo run. It almost turned into a contender for goal of the season, but Keeley deflected his effort wide for a corner. McTiernan was again causing the City defence all sorts of problems minutes later, but having rounded the goalkeeper, he missed the target, and Sligo were to pay for that. The visitors drew level in controversial circumstances when Rafael Critaro was adjudged to have pushed Robbie Collins inside the area, and the referee pointed to the spot. When things calmed down, Trevor Vaughan stepped up and scored to earn Dublin City a point, which keeps them top of the table. So Connor's side hoping to make it back-to-back wins against their Western rivals, and after a tight opening quarter, they took the lead in stunning fashion with a goal from Paul McTiernan, as good a strike as you're likely to see this season. Galway had their chances to get back on terms before Sligo doubled their advantage early in the second half. Farudin Kudozovic swung in a left-wing cross, and when Galway defenders Conor Frawley and Colin Fortune jumped together, the ball ended up in the net. But just a minute later, Galway pulled one back. Philip Gallagher's poor clearance was seized on by David O'Dowd, who gave John O'Hara no chance. 3 minutes later, though, Sligo had restored their 2-goal advantage. Captain Michael McNamara climbed highest to register his 4th of the season. Great work again from Kudozovic was to end with Sean Flannery capping a marvellous 10-minute spell with Sligo's 4th goal. A deflected effort that left Alan Goff helpless. And with their tails up, the hosts almost added a spectacular 5th. Kudozovic and Stephen O'Donnell were both involved before Flannery's bicycle kick from Conor O'Grady's cross was turned behind by Goff. 4-1 to Sligo is how it finished. Great stuff indeed. Well done.